We extend the honor of the Peacebuilder of the Month to Efren Lopez in recognition of his remarkable sensitivity and wisdom about the subtle art of resolving conflicts. His palpable passion for creating peaceful communities is contagious. A Western Justice Center staff member who has worked with Efren was recently interviewed about him.
My name is Emily Linnemeyer, and I'm a program director at Western Justice Center, and I really work with the schools on conflict resolution education programs. And so I've been training Efren for 3 years now. Efren's one of the strongest peer mediators that I've worked with. He's very thoughtful in his approach and really digs underneath the issues that people are talking about to find out what's really causing the conflict and what really needs to be worked out in order for there to be a solution that's satisfying for the people involved.
Before he was recognized as an honored peacebuilder, we interviewed Efren about his background in peer mediation.
What made you want to be a peer mediator? What got you started?
Well, at first I was just chosen to be a peer mediator, and I didn't know really anything about it. And after we went through a couple of meetings, like with the Western Justice Center, I kind of started seeing what it was like to help people, and I've always been like an advocate for that, like helping out people in any way I can, and pretty much helping people help themselves is what pretty much like got me to keep doing it. I didn't think it would have changed like who I am as a person. I thought it would just be like a school assignment, like any other school assignment. You get in, you get out, and you're done. But with this, it's like it really does become a part of your life. Like you actually change the way you see things. Like be it like just being at the grocery store, or like and somebody bumps into you with their car, instead of just being like making a big commotion out of it, it's just like, oh, you didn't see me there, all right, I'll just move out of the way.
Do you have a story that conveys why peer mediation is a valuable experience? Like,
well, kind of just like that, like what I just said. Like it really changed the way I see things, and like where before, like with that same shopping cart incident, I probably would have like said something vulgar to the person, like watch where you're going, explicit. Yeah. Well, with this, it's kind of like you kind of see things like from their point of view, like okay, maybe they were coming around the corner, maybe they didn't see me, so you kind of like slow things down, and that really that actually happened, like the whole shopping cart thing. So, and where I actually paused myself and I was like, there's nothing to be made a big deal out of.
Very cool. How many cases have you mediated at your school?
I've done three.
Three
mediations.
And were they successful?
2 of them were like really successful, where the issues were just like we needed to get deep down, and then one of them was kind of just like they didn't want anything to do with each other, and they didn't know each other, and they just kind of just avoided each other, and that was the best way to deal with that one, because they didn't want to talk to each other to begin with.
Yeah. So what do you think would have happened in those cases if you hadn't had a peer mediation program at your school?
They would have lost a friend. Like they wouldn't have known what had happened. Maybe eventually down the line, when they were a little older and understood things, like they could have done it. Like maybe I made a mistake, but they would have lost a friend.
Lost a friend. Okay. And then what would you tell other young people about peer mediation?
I'll give it a try. Like don't just brush it off, and that's like a school assignment. Like I was almost gonna do. Like it really let it affect you, and like actually use the skills that you're taught in like actual life experiences.
So would you say that being a peer mediator has made your life better?
Much better. It's made it much better. Like it's actually made me a much happier person.
Very cool. That's the stuff we like to hear. Is there anything else that you want to share about peer mediation that you want people to know about it?
Peer mediation is really great. It's really great. It's more than books. It's more than what it may seem. It's really a way of life.
Let's hear a few final words from Emily about Efren's leadership and his future.
He practices what he preaches as a mediator. He really has talked about how he's taken the skills he's learned and used them in his own life, and how it's made him so much better at resolving his own conflicts and working through problems that he has. And he's just very passionate about mediation and about conflict resolution, and about people really working through the conflicts that they have. Whenever we have trainings with new mediators, he's always very willing and articulate in his experience that he shares with them, and really getting them to understand what peer mediation is from their perspective. He's talked about how when he goes to college, that they have a dispute resolution program there, and he wants to be involved. So he's really not only using these skills now, but he's definitely going to carry them forward in his life. And I think he's going to make a really big difference wherever he goes in helping people to resolve their conflicts in a positive way.
The entire staff and board of the Western Justice Center thanks Efren Lopez for all of the fine leadership he has already shown, and we thank him in advance for being part of the growing cadre of community peace builders making a difference in our world.